written by Neil deGrasse Tyson. The Arabian Peninsula, a vast expanse of arid land, has been home to a rich and diverse culture for millennia. This region, often perceived as a harsh and unforgiving desert, is in fact a cradle of civilization, where human ingenuity and resilience have thrived against the odds. A land of scorching deserts and vibrant oases, the Arabian Peninsula is a place of stark contrasts. The endless sand dunes stretch as far as the eye can see, yet hidden within these vast expanses are lush oases teeming with life. These oases provided not only water but also a sanctuary for the people who called this land home. Here, amidst the unforgiving landscape, a rich culture blossomed. The ancient ruins scattered across the desert stand as silent witnesses to the ingenuity and perseverance of the early inhabitants. These ruins tell stories of a time when the desert was not just a barrier, but a bridge connecting various tribes and communities. Arab tribes, known for their resilience and strong kinship bonds, traversed these lands. The Bedouins, with their deep knowledge of the desert, moved from one place to another, their lives intricately linked to the rhythms of the natural world. Their journeys were not aimless wanderings but purposeful travels, guided by the stars and the seasons. They were skilled traders, poets, and storytellers. The bustling markets were not just centers of commerce but also hubs of cultural exchange, where ideas and stories were traded alongside goods. The art of calligraphy and poetry flourished, with poets weaving words into intricate tapestries that captured the essence of their experiences and aspirations. Their lives were interwoven with the caravan routes that crisscrossed the region, connecting them to the wider world. These trade routes were the lifelines of the desert, bringing not only goods but also new ideas and influences from distant lands. The camel caravans, laden with precious cargo, moved steadily across the sands, forging connections that transcended geographical boundaries. These early Arabs developed a complex social structure based on tribal alliances and kinship. The tribal councils, where leaders and elders gathered, were the heart of their social and political life. Decisions were made collectively with a deep respect for tradition and the wisdom of the elders. This system of governance ensured that the bonds of kinship remained strong, even in the face of external challenges. Poetry and storytelling flourished, preserving their history, values, and beliefs. The oral tradition was a vital part of their culture, with stories passed down from generation to generation. These tales were not just entertainment but also a means of preserving their collective memory and imparting moral lessons. The poets, revered as the keepers of wisdom, played a crucial role in shaping the cultural identity of their people. Despite the harsh environment, they thrived, their culture shaped by the challenges and triumphs of desert life. The Bedouins, with their resourcefulness and adaptability, found ways to make the desert their home. Their deep connection to the land and their ability to live in harmony with nature were key to their survival and success. This was the world into which a new faith, Islam, would emerge, forever altering the course of history. The rise of Islam brought profound changes to the Arabian Peninsula, uniting the tribes under a common faith and transforming the social and political landscape. The early Islamic architecture, with its distinctive style, stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of this transformative period. This pre-Islamic period, known as the Jahiliyyah, was marked by both societal achievements and internal conflicts. The artifacts and ruins from this era provide a glimpse into a complex and dynamic society where progress and strife coexisted. The term Jahiliyyah, often translated as the Age of Ignorance, reflects the view of the early Muslims, who saw their new faith as a path to enlightenment and justice. Tribal rivalries often led to warfare. The desert, with its scarce resources, was a battleground where tribes fought for survival and dominance. These conflicts, while destructive, also played a role in shaping the social and political structures of the time. The warriors, with their courage and skill, were both feared and respected, embodying the values of honor and bravery. The worship of idols was prevalent. The ancient shrines and statues, scattered across the desert, were centers of religious life, where people sought the favor of their gods. This polytheistic belief system, with its rich pantheon of deities, was an integral part of the cultural fabric of the time. Yet, amidst this, there was a yearning for a more just and equitable society. The thinkers and philosophers of the time grappled with questions of morality and justice, seeking ways to create a more harmonious and fair society. Their ideas and debates laid the groundwork for the transformative changes that were to come. The stage was set for a profound transformation. As the first light of dawn broke over the desert, it heralded not just a new day, but a new era. The ancient cityscapes, with their blend of old and new, symbolized the continuity and change that defined this pivotal moment in history. The dawn of Arab culture was a testament to the enduring spirit of a people who, against all odds, carved out a rich and vibrant civilization in the heart of the desert. The year was 610 CE, a time when the Arabian Peninsula was a land of diverse tribes and cultures, each with its own traditions and beliefs. The region was predominantly polytheistic, with various deities worshipped in different forms. Mecca, a bustling trade hub, was also a spiritual center, home to the Kaaba, a sacred sanctuary that housed numerous idols. In the bustling city of Mecca, a profound event occurred. Amidst the daily hustle and bustle of traders, merchants, and pilgrims, a man named Muhammad, known for his honesty and integrity, often retreated to the solitude of the cave of Hira to meditate and seek spiritual solace. It was during one of these meditative retreats that the Prophet Muhammad received his first revelation from God through the angel Gabriel. This momentous event, filled with divine light and profound significance, marked the beginning of a new era. This marked the birth of Islam, a monotheistic religion that would profoundly impact Arab culture and beyond. The first verse revealed to Muhammad, "Read in the name of your Lord who created," emphasized the importance of knowledge and learning, setting the tone for the teachings that would follow. Islam, meaning submission to the will of God, preached a message of peace, justice, and equality. It called for the end of tribal feuds and the establishment of a just society where the rights of the poor and marginalized were upheld. The Quran, considered the literal word of God, became the foundation of Islamic law and practice. Its verses provided guidance on all aspects of life, from personal conduct to social justice and from family relations to governance. It emphasized the importance of compassion, charity, and social justice. Acts of kindness and generosity were highly encouraged, and the community was urged to take care of the less fortunate. Muhammad's teachings resonated with the people of Mecca, especially the marginalized and the poor. His message of equality and justice offered hope to those who had long been oppressed by the existing social order. His message challenged the existing social order and called for a return to the worship of one God. This monotheistic belief was a direct challenge to the polytheistic traditions that had dominated the region for centuries. However, the new religion faced resistance from the established elites of Mecca, who felt threatened by its growing influence. The powerful Quraysh tribe, which controlled the city and its lucrative trade routes, saw Islam as a threat to their authority and economic interests. This led to the persecution of early Muslims, forcing them to flee their homes. They faced social ostracism, economic boycotts, and physical violence, but their faith remained unshaken. In 622 CE, Muhammad and his followers migrated to Medina, an event known as the Hijra. This migration was not just a physical journey but a significant spiritual and social turning point. This marked a turning point in Islamic history, laying the foundation for the establishment of the first Muslim community. In Medina, the teachings of Islam began to take root, and the principles of justice, equality, and compassion started to shape a new society. The Hijra marked the beginning of a new era for Islam. In Medina, Muhammad established a community governed by the principles of Islam. He acted as both a spiritual and political leader, uniting the diverse tribes of Medina under the banner of faith. This period saw the formation of the Ummah, the global Muslim community, bound by shared faith and values. Following Muhammad's death in 632 CE, his close companions, known as the Rashidun Caliphs, assumed leadership. They oversaw a period of rapid expansion, driven by both religious zeal and strategic considerations. The Islamic Empire stretched from North Africa to Persia, spreading the message of Islam and establishing Islamic rule. The Rashidun Caliphs were known for their piety and just rule. They established a system of governance based on Islamic law and principles. They promoted education, scholarship, and trade. This period witnessed the compilation of the Quran and the development of Islamic jurisprudence, laying the groundwork for a vibrant and sophisticated civilization. The Umayyad Caliphate succeeded the Rashidun Caliphs, shifting the capital to Damascus. This marked a significant transition in the early Islamic world, as the Umayyads established a more centralized and expansive administration. Damascus, with its rich history and strategic location, became the heart of the Islamic Empire, facilitating trade, culture, and political control. This era was marked by further expansion and the consolidation of Islamic rule. The Umayyad armies pushed the boundaries of the empire, reaching as far west as Spain and as far east as the Indus River. Their conquests brought diverse cultures and peoples under Islamic rule, creating a vast and multicultural empire. The Umayyads also established Arabic as the administrative language, which helped unify the diverse regions under their control. However, it also witnessed internal divisions and challenges to the caliphate's authority. The rapid expansion and the diverse nature of the empire led to various political, social, and religious tensions. Different factions vied for power, and there were numerous uprisings and revolts. The Umayyads faced significant opposition from the Shia Muslims, who believed that leadership should remain within the Prophet Muhammad's family, and from non-Arab Muslims who felt marginalized under Umayyad rule. In 750 CE, the Abbasid dynasty overthrew the Umayyads, ushering in a new era in Islamic history. The Abbasids, claiming descent from the Prophet's uncle Abbas, garnered support from various discontented groups, including the Shia and non-Arab Muslims. Their revolution was marked by a series of decisive battles and strategic alliances, culminating in the establishment of a new caliphate. The Abbasids, with their capital in Baghdad, presided over a period of unprecedented intellectual and cultural flourishing, often referred to as the Golden Age of Islam. Baghdad, strategically located along the Tigris River, became a melting pot of cultures and ideas. The city was meticulously planned and built, featuring grand palaces, bustling markets, and impressive mosques. It quickly became one of the most important cities in the world. Baghdad became a center of learning, attracting scholars, scientists, and artists from across the known world. The Abbasid caliphs were great patrons of knowledge and the arts, establishing institutions that would become legendary. The House of Wisdom, for instance, was a renowned center for research and translation, where scholars of various backgrounds worked together to advance human knowledge. The Abbasids invested heavily in education and scholarship. They believed that knowledge was a key to power and prosperity. Schools and universities were established, where students could study a wide range of subjects, from theology and law to science and philosophy. The emphasis on education led to a highly literate and educated society, which in turn spurred further advancements in various fields. They established libraries, universities, and research institutions. These institutions became repositories of knowledge, preserving ancient texts and fostering new research. The libraries of Baghdad were legendary, housing thousands of manuscripts and books. Scholars from different parts of the world came to Baghdad to study and share their knowledge, making it a true intellectual hub. This led to groundbreaking discoveries in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy. The Abbasid era saw the development of algebra, the refinement of the astrolabe, and significant advancements in medical knowledge. Scholars like al-Khwarizmi and Ibn Sina made contributions that would influence both the Islamic world and Europe for centuries to come. Their work laid the foundations for many modern scientific and medical practices. Islamic scholars preserved and translated ancient Greek and Roman texts, making them accessible to the world. The translation movement was a massive undertaking, involving the translation of works by Aristotle, Plato, Hippocrates, and many others into Arabic. This not only preserved these ancient texts, but also allowed for their dissemination and further development. The knowledge contained in these texts was built upon by Islamic scholars, leading to new insights and discoveries. This period saw the emergence of renowned polymaths like al-Khwarizmi, the father of algebra, and Ibn Sina, whose medical texts became standard works in Europe for centuries. Al-Khwarizmi's work in mathematics laid the groundwork for modern algebra, while Ibn Sina's Canon of Medicine was used as a medical reference in Europe well into the Renaissance. Their contributions exemplify the profound impact of the Abbasid Golden Age on the world.